Trump just crashed out and fired the director of the Bureau of Labor Statistics over the revisions of May and June, which eliminated 258,000 jobs from the economy. So the question becomes, was this sabotage or simply statistics? And we're going to get right into it. And in case you're new here, my name is Gaisha. I'm your new favorite economist. I have my master's degree in economics and I'm a corporately trained economist. And let's hop right into it. Okay, let's first get into the numbers. So in May, the original reported jobs added to the economy was 144,000, but in actuality, there were only 19,000 that were added. So that means that that was a 125,000 job discrepancy. And the same trend followed in June, where it was reported that 147 jobs were added, but in actuality, it was only 14,000. And again, that is a difference of 133,000 jobs. And combined, you have 258,000 jobs that vanished. So the question is, what happened during this revision process? This is more than a rounding error. This is a statistical faceplant, okay? And I do want us to remember that when it comes to revisions, they happen all the time. And it's primarily because these job number estimates, in order to measure how well the economy is going, is all based upon surveys. But at the NABE conference that I attended last month, also known as the National Association for Business Economics, they did mention that survey responses to the BLS has gone down to 68%. So therefore, if you're an institution that is being evaluated by the government or if they're asking for your data, please be sure to respond, because then you have these brutal inaccuracies that happen, which can affect whether government services are allocated or the way in which that things are interpreted. So that's another thing to consider as well before we get into the industries that were actually hit the hardest, okay? And with that being said, the top 5 industries that came with the biggest revisions were, number 1, public education, because that took away 109,000 jobs alone. The second is the federal government, which we all know was hit by hiring freezes and mass layoffs due to the elimination of departments. Number 3 is construction, which was hit hard due to the elimination of capital inputs, aka the ICE rates and things of that nature. Number 4 is manufacturing, which was hit by tariffs the hardest. And the last one is leisure and hospitality. And what would usually be a summer surge has actually seen a downward spiral due to US policies. So what actually happened? Well, number 1 is we must consider is that schools and other institutions reported very late. And there was also a seasonal adjustment, which is a part of the revision process that took place as well. So if you reported your numbers as being weak for May, they will also go and seasonally adjust it for June as well, considering that since they are part of the summer months or hotter months, if we want to get technical here, that will also have a downward trend. So it's sort of like your GPA tanking this month, but it's also going to retroactively tank the last month as well. And here's the part nobody's saying out loud. This was not statistical sabotage. This was all baked into the system, and this was bound to happen. But firing the BLS chief over this is politically insane, okay? And if we start treating government data like it is partisan ammo, that is bound to run amok, and as well as erode trust in our markets in the global context. And this whole fiasco just tells us something bigger, where the United States is not powered by just spending and jobs. And the bottom line of all of this is that the numbers were late, the methods were very normal. However, the firing is the story, not the math. I want us to also remember that data is fragile. And when you fire a career economist because you don't like the way how things look, then it is time to reevaluate the entire system in which that you're implementing policies into. And with that being said, if you enjoyed this breakdown, if you want more, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I look forward to seeing you all next video.